moving more onto the GP stuff. How do you look back?
Back to the day job.
Yeah, back to the day job. What funds all this carry on? How do you look back at the Ducati time? So because there's been so much time since.
Well, I mean, you wanted to do one in between now and then, but we never managed to, and we got it now. I mean, at least we got more to talk about now.
There's a lot to talk about.
Am I right?
Yeah, go this way a bit more.
This way?
Yeah.
Sorry,
you're going downfield.
Yeah. No, I mean it was unreal. Honestly, the whole Ducati thing. I mean, to be a factory Ducati rider and to be able to win races for them, that was something pretty special. I'll never forget. Obviously, the 2 in a row, and then the one in Japan as well was unreal. But the whole environment, time. I had nothing but good things to say about. Majority of everything that went on there. It was unreal. It was a dream come true. I'd always wanted to have those red leathers hanging up at home in my shed, and yeah, I got a few sets hung up there now. So it's something pretty bloody special.
It was crazy when we went to Le Mans, and you got second that weekend, and just. I think you qualified. It was P2, I think.
Yeah.
You just missed out. You had the lap record at
pretty
one point.
much. It was, that year especially. If we were on the front row, we were on the box.
Yeah.
It was good. Ruby constantly bringing up. You get those memories come up on your phone.
Yeah.
And a lot of podium photos and stuff. She's like, I miss those times. And I'm like, you're telling me?
Yeah, me too.
Telling me?
Yeah.
Fucking been a dry run, but. No, I mean it was awesome. You just rocked up to the track knowing the thing was going to be on. You just needed to make sure that you were on.
Just a wild patch that they're in terms of like the development, and it's cool that like you came through the Pramac environment, got that seat, and like really did some good work with it. Like the whole Le Mans race was just. It was epic for us to like actually be in the box and actually like kind of see that whole world and like the environment and the team and the song at the end of it, and like it was such a rad. It was such like a rad vibe, and then to the Japan win, and like there was so much in that period for you.
Absolutely. No, I mean it got off to a scary. No, I wouldn't even say a scary start, but it's a pretty fucking red hot seat that one in Ducati, and I mean obviously now with Mark doing what he's doing, I mean and you read and see some of the shit online about Pecco, and you're like, the dude's just won. Okay, he didn't win last year, but he finished second. It was fucking close and won like 11 or 12 races last year.
Did quite well.
Yeah.
Can ride a bike.
And won the last 2 world championships the years before that, and they're like, the seat's gonna be, that's that environment there is that it's so cutthroat. So if there's one thing I do not miss is that constantly every week being questioned on your job.
It was like that, really.
Not even from the inside, but it was
Anaya and Jorge Martin, right?
Yeah, that was coming through. Exactly.
The constant talk.
The constant ones behind, coming in after me for sure. And it's a tough environment to be in. It's tough, but it's tough at the top everywhere. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, poor me or anything like that, because it's just the way it goes. It's the nature of the beast. Exactly. You're in that spot. And, just to be on that list is awesome, and to have done the things that I did. But like I said, it was a tough start. I was fast, especially in the beginning, and had the issues with the arm pump, and then went and got that operation done. We were locked in Qatar in the beginning for the 2 weeks. We had the 2 races there, and locked in a hotel room in between the 2 races. We could go down to the gym and that sort of thing, but that was it. Like testing. We were there for like nearly 4 weeks, like 3 and a bit weeks with testing, and then the 2 races, and we were in the same hotel room doing the same shit every day. It was like Groundhog Day. And like, especially That was shit. Because like I had a bad one, or not a bad one. I set lap record in qualifying and was in testing and was like ripping, but I had this sneaking thing with my arm that I knew it was coming. Sure enough, first race it come, and fuck all you can do. You know it's coming, and there's not much you can do. And then
there's no way you could hang on to that bike.
Yeah,
like if I couldn't hang on as a passenger for 3 laps,
yeah,
bro, how would you hang on to one of those things with arm pump?
It's not even hanging on. It's just you lose this, you lose that, and at the end of the day, that's what you need to do. You lose that, you lose a little bit of your power in your brakes, but you can, let's say, mongoloid pull the brakes. You can grab on, like hook your fingers and just pull the arm like that. Just pull it straight, but
it's like the throttle control.
The throttle control and that last feel of the release of the brakes is the thing that goes, and that's what makes it hard. And yeah, I had the arm pump and kind of faded back to like 7th, I think, the first week. And then you sit there for another week. Obviously, we had the gym and stuff like that. You're doing your cardio and doing everything you can, but you know it's coming. It's not because you're not fit. It's just...
Do you know what it was?
It's just arm pump, man. It's just the way that you're sitting on the bike, the way that your arm's getting pulled. Like you tried, mate, I watched that many YouTube videos that week on how to get rid of arm pump. And do you think anything worked? No. I was stretching the thing from night, dusk till dawn. Like I said, we were locked in a hotel room. And... so then once I got out of there, did the same thing the week after, faded to 7th. Got out of there, had the op done, like landed back because things were a bit chill back in Europe at that point. But in Qatar it was still pretty tight.
Yeah.
But then went back to Barcelona, got the op on Monday, and then went to Portimao. And Portimao was going good, but I bended in the race. Like had a good weekend going. I was in like 2nd or 3rd, I think, in the race, and bend it and exploded it, and
the actual
like the thing had just been stitched back together and she exploded, but that was all right. It was no biggie, but you're like sort of like that was 3 in a row. Then that was cool with Jerez. It was just one of those weekends, and everything sort of went right, and was able to get the win there, and it was a big sigh of relief. But at the end of the day, you know what's been going on the couple of weeks before, so you're like, know that you just got to stay focused and be hitting your numbers. And Le Mans was another one, to get the 2 in a row was super special. And the pressure's off a little bit, but it's not. And it just was one of those things. It was a cool year, and re-signed. And the next year was the same pretty much. I think I finished 4th in the championship that year, and was not too far off. That was that year. I think it was that year. And then, it was. And then the following year, we were having a good run. It was going, it was a good year, but I was kind of, like always.
The ups and downs.
You have your ups and downs. It's the way it goes. It's racing. But I was kind of wanted to change. I'd been in that environment for a bit. I think that was my 5th year in Ducati, working there, and wanted something different, wanted to do something different, basically, and KTM seemed like a good opportunity and a good project to be a part of. So I kind of put the feelers out to Aki. I said, "Hey, are they looking?" This was before we knew what Ducati was doing. That was in Le Mans, actually, when you were there.
Yeah. And
we ended up striking a deal pretty much straight away with them, and then obviously the whole. And it wasn't only the media, it was Dorna themselves doing a special on who's going to get the seat week in, week out.
Yeah.
And it was actually like a segment on their fucking thing, which I'm like, and then they're like interviewing me about it. And I'm like, I don't want to be fucking interviewed about this. Why do I want to talk about who's going to take my spot? Like,
it's pretty
This
savage.
is before I'd even fucking signed for KTM at this point in time. Like, I'm fucking still like, hadn't made up my mind where I wanted to go, but like we're talking about this now. Like, all right,
also got a race.
Yeah, like I'm riding that bike like in like
20
couple
minutes.
Yeah. So that was a it was just one of those things. I just was keen on a change, and we did the swap, and then obviously 2 years in factory KTM, but started out pretty decent. We had a solid sort of a first year, I want to say. But yeah, coming back, so I'll finish out with the Ducati. I mean, we were in the championship hunt. We were in the points chase.
Both years, really.
Well, we were in the championship points chase in 22 up until Phillip Island when I got rear-ended.
Yeah.
At my corner.
In your own corner.
Yeah.
How good was that?
I mean, you know, but people soon forget about that sort of thing as well. But it was what it was, you know. That was the nature of the beast at that point in time. But yeah, the change to KTM was good. Hit the ground running there. I mean, it had its issues, but we were able to sort of squash things down pretty quickly and get relatively comfortable on the bike straight away.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.